So one of the first sequences here.
Good morning.
Good morning. sorry.
It's all good.
It's just easier to go in, but if they're actually playing good, they're gonna have nice knee elbow connection. It's gonna be hard to make that connection. You could do it from standing as well. I could grab the ankles, and then as he bases on the mat, and as he's coming and pulling back. So a lot of times we're guard passing, as just a concept too. Anytime he's supine, and he's going from a supine position back to a seated, as he's getting up to seated, it opens up a good body lock pass. That's when a lot of times, like I'm failing headquarters, they're back seated up. It opens up a body lock.
Hotel here for Bitcoin. Make it nice and big for you. Get you in the vibe, get you in the zone.
I just do what the chart tells me to do, just like this head and shoulder tells you to short it. The beautiful thing is if say you're wrong, okay, it bounces up here, you get stopped out, maybe somewhere around here. It can find its way, and then we can kick longs, pulls, you know, then we can make so much money on the way out.
We're gonna look at one high tripod move. So I'm gonna tripod, like I was saying to you guys the other time, was I'm gonna keep my knees pinched. I'm gonna slightly jump with this hand. I mean with this leg, this hand's just gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go like that with my legs to be in a side control. It's opportunistic, but it's really easy when you do hit it, and it's very like, it's still pretty high percentage because it's pretty unexpected. I think you have a good feedback once you get the move. Go high tripod. It's just hard to stop when you're a little more new. It's doing this, and it's really frustrating. So emphasis on keeping your knees pinched, but then it's also playful. Sometimes he might get one. Maybe it gives you a shelf like here, and now you could go back to low, right? So you always got to interchange low and high body lock passing. Sometimes you get that advantage, and now you're gonna go low because being down in a shelf from low, go get the shelf here again. It's so much easier. I already explained this guys the other day, but now to step over the knee is so much easier. You're way closer to a pass. So why do you have to be up anymore when you got the shelf, right? That's the shelf of it. So just as like a concept of it too. And he starts regarding. He starts facing me because this is a side body lock. Now I got a regular body lock. He doesn't want to be like this with his both knees beat, because if you see that, it's gonna be much easier to pass. We could work from passes like this, but when you can force these positions, it's usually off like takedowns and shit. It's much easier, right? Here, it could be a little harder. So when I do this, what I'm seeing too, you're doing this back step, you're going like this. That's okay. Yeah. But rather, I want to think about like almost like a scissor. I'm going this way and then going that way. Does that make sense? Because that same motion would be the same move if I were to do this move. Oh. Like Nicky Roddy does this one a lot. It's opportunistic, but if I know I could get over top of this knee with this one a little bit, I'm gonna go like this. Oh. So now when I'm up high, I'm doing the same thing, but now I got a hand assist method. Here, I think it's a little easier because I can step over that knee a little easier now. Here, it's a little more realistic. And now I got my hand to help me as well. Here. Rather than just back step. Because if I just back step, maybe he sticks this hook. Maybe he keeps this hook, right? So if I go here, maybe this gets stuck. I don't want that. The difference is, if he's not keeping that much tension, I could always do this move as one of my first moves. You know, you feel it in the tension. If he's really sticky though, and he's like extending out, this is most of the time, this is gonna be unrealistic. To even just do this, like the first move we did, you could do that sometimes. Step over here, and then we're playing that game to get the underhooks. But let's say I can't step over it, which is gonna be, but now it's gonna be a little easier to step over, and I got my hands to help me. I go this way, and then, oh, yeah. Yeah. So from a Ashi position, and I'm getting this pass off, I'm staying tight with it on this 2-1 grip, passing it by, cupping the knee, building up to my elbow, holding the leg. If I can, a lot of times I can chain this with a hip and knee post, or just pass from here. But as I'm trying to pass from the side body lock, you're gonna be getting your guard back. You got your legs in, sure, whatever. So I got these locked hands, ideally, but if I don't, it's okay too. So yeah, when you don't have locked hands, one of the things you can do, like if you want to feel more robust too, I'm just think about holding the waist with like even just your fingers in. But now a lot of times I have to do this to get my hands locked. So if your hands aren't locked, obviously you're not gonna give it to me. You're not gonna get your hand off the back, but I could just start going See how I got one hand deep? I go in, boom, and then now I got the other hands locked. This is usually an easy battle. Out of all the battles you get from body lock passing, it's definitely one of the easiest ones to do it. If you don't have your hands locked, you go here, rocking, boom. But anyways, I got my hands locked, now I'm ready to commit, right? So I go ahead on this side. And when I have this head here, rather than just being here, I can keep a little tension like this as well. Yeah, step over here, boom. I'll do that just a few times. Even you could get this motion a few times. Bang, bang. So yeah, I saw you guys going like this. Kinda, it's okay. But step up with the outside one first. Go over the knee and then, boom. Right. And then you have this tight waist too. So it's like, whether you turtles or whatever, you got good control of this hip. And then you're just controlling the head, right? We're gonna look at how to get to a shelf from a high tripod.
Go.
So, we showed the other day, and you guys can review it if you want, ways to get to the shelf. You had the knee swivel, I was showing them too. You guys were going live. You had like, when the ankles cross, right? You go here. There was the sprawl back method, if you guys done that, like here, to get to the shelf. Once I get to the shelf, it's much easier to beat that knee, right? But sometimes, while we're in a low body lock, no matter our efforts, it's hard to get to the shelf. So one of the ways that I like to get to the shelf is from a high tripod, and then this way it kind of teaches you guys like the interrelation of doing both, right? I keep my hands locked, or just be around tight the waist. I'm gonna take a few steps to the side like this, and then I'm gonna keep tension in one leg, and this leg's gonna sprawl back like here. And now I'm not trying to pass the guard. This is more conservative. Now I'm back here again. I can start, and then you guys could review and chain what you guys done the other day from just being the shelf. So it's just about stepping over this knee. If I can't step over this knee, and this option, you grip the ankle here. Right, there's a bunch of different things to do. So yeah, sit up for a sec.
Here, show up. Doing it the other side. Yeah, there's a high tripod here.
So I go to high tripod. I take a couple steps, and now as I step back, this leg shoots back. This one keeps tension. If I don't keep tension, you can lock full guard. Right, that's what I'm doing here. Boom. Now I'm in this shelf. That's the main movement of the new move, and they review from this position right here. So the easiest thing I could do is just maybe keep my hands locked, use this elbow connection. Back, step over. Yeah. The shelf is just like another checkpoint, yeah. Because like anytime you go for a body lock while we're playing here, maybe we get 2 butterflies. It's the most common, but the least desirable. That's the way I think about, like the way Dan here explained it. So when you lock into these body locks, if you could win some kind of form of inside position before you even lock, like maybe I'm here, whatever. Now I go here. Now like I don't have 2 hooks to deal with. I have 1 hook, and I'm already pretty much in the shelf. This is not necessarily a shelf, but this is split in the middle. So that's something to pay attention to, like from the get-go, whenever you have that inside position, right? But now it's gonna be a much easier time for me to start going. A lot of the movements to pass the, even forcing half guard or whatever, is much easier when you have that shelf, right? And then you play like a trilemma from there, the shelf split stuff. And it's like, we get to that maybe tomorrow, but that's really cool, complex stuff from there.